I finally made it here. I am determined to try to keep this going with the, going live every Saturday. So I'm sorry, I apologize for being a little late, you know, but I had to do a little self-care today. So I think like how I try to tell everyone, all my patients and my clients, that you're supposed to have, do self-care. You have to be an example for your patients. So I try to be a good example for everyone by doing my own personal self-care. But yes, this week we're going to be talking about the inner universe. But before we start, I just want to let you know to please like this video. And also don't forget to subscribe as well, so you can always get the notification of when I come on live. But yeah, also I wanted to let you know that I did post a previous video, some videos this week. I'm trying to be more frequent and posting videos here also on YouTube, and also have videos on TikTok as well, and also on Instagram. So you can also look at those. Don't forget to binge watch my videos as well. I have over 800 videos on this channel. So please binge, wealth of information. My videos are on about the American Aborigines here. I've done some videos on that, and also on mental health and spirituality as well, with my intuitive sessions and my channel reads, and they are under my lives. So don't forget to check those out. So I have over 800 videos. Um, Binge watch my videos. They're a wealth of information to help you. And that's why I did that. Well, let's get started. I was just waiting a little bit so for people to come on board. But this week we're talking about the inner universe. And the inner universe is realizing that there is an inner universe is the key towards growth and expansion. And it is. Knowing that you can go within to connect with the universe is key. Hello, good to see you. Glad to have you on board. But that a lot of times people go a whole lifetime and don't even realize that they do have an inner universe, that you can be divinely connected. That's the thing about sometimes it's a relationship that you have to build yourself, and everybody has to go on their own life adventure to figure that out. You know, and unfortunately some people don't learn that, while growing up. But there is more. uh, let's see here. I cannot read my handwriting, you guys. Chicken scratch. There is more within the world that goes beyond the physical eye. Going within allows you to see things and situations more clearly. And that's the truth. A lot of times we always looking at things from our physical eye. I mean, you can't see things more, clearly. I think it's been proven that, with your physical eye, you can't see everything. We don't see the whole world as it is. And that's why it's important to listen to your intuition. It says, beware of lower energies and karmic energy. Lower energies come in many shapes and forms. And that's key, when you use your inner universe, your connection with the Most High, and also with your spiritual guides and your ancestors, you have that ability to see things more clearly, that gut feeling. Your intuition. A lot of times, like if you have to make a decision on something, you're not sure which way to go. Hello, how you doing? Good to see you. You use that intuition. Your spiritual guides are guiding you through this, and that's why it's important to be in tune. A lot of times, people are not using that. A lot of times we go outside ourselves, asking everybody else for help or other people. And sometimes, I have to say, sometimes you can get some help from other people. Some people are experts. SOS. But And some people are not. And that's another thing we was talking about, the inner circle, you know, knowing who is your enemy and who's not. And that's when that intuition comes in handy, and learning how to know how to SOS. Oh, what's going on? But it's good to see you guys. Glad you came on board. It says being oblivious can be the root of your demise, you know? And that's why it's important to do the spiritual exercise by being in tune, by tuning your energy chakras, the points in your body. And so that's another thing. I did some videos on that before about being in tune with your inner universe and everything. And staying connected with the Most High, Hawa, and things will flow a lot easier. Things will flow a whole lot better once you're more in tune and self-aware. And that's why if y'all haven't had a chance to check, you can always go to see some of my older videos. They're on here. Like I said, I had over 800 videos on here under my lives talking about these things. And so, yeah. So you can go ahead and check it out. And so, yeah. So this week we're going to do card reads. And this week I have 2 card decks that Spirit guided me to do. It's Work Your Light Oracle card deck is the first one. And the other one is the Earth Alchemy Oracle. That's the one that came on board. No. And so, yeah. So let's see here. Let's pull up that. Let's see which one I'm going to start. I think I'm going to do like your word oracle deck. Let's see here. All right. Let's see what is on the Light Your Work deck. Let's see what's the collective supposed to hear for today. Let's see. All righty. Archangel Michael, all the guardian angels of Hawa. Hawa, please guide me on which cards to pull. Which cards to pull for the collective? Which cards to pull? A shuffle? Alright, let's see. What? Okay. Alright, is there any more? Is there any more for the collective? Alright. Is that it? Alright. Okay. The first card that came out was Dance with Your Life. It says do something to change your energy. It's landed in the past. Hello. Good to see you guys. It says dance with life. It says do something to change your energy. I don't know if someone may be a little depressed or something. That's what I'm feeling. Or sad. And it says, this landed in the past. It says dance with your life. Somebody is dancing against their life, in other words. Not following the flow like they should. A lot of resistance. This landed in the past. I know someone might have been through a lot of paths of resistance in the past. You know, things weren't flowing. But it says do something different. Sometimes when you have a lot of resistance, turbulence, you might be going the wrong way. Okay? So do something to change your energy. So that's something that you may want to look. I'm sorry, I didn't hold a card up for you guys. I'm sorry. Here it is. It says dance with life. Some of y'all are fighting against life, or going against your purpose, in other words, your mission. And it's a lot of resistance. So that's when I was talking about the inner universe. The inner universe flowing with the currents of the universe helps with that. The next card that came out is Trust Night Niggle. I'm sorry about that. It says, what is... I can hardly read this. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Oh, okay. It says, what is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? In other words, I was talking about your intuition. You know, a lot of times you got to go within to figure this out. And sometimes these decisions that you have to make, you know, somebody might be having to make some decisions and not quite sure which way to go. That's when you need to go within. And don't be afraid to take a step back to process things. I think people make rush decisions on things, and that's how they make bad decisions. So learn how to follow your intuition, your gut feeling. It's not going to lead you astray. Those are your spiritual guides. That's the Most High trying to guide you. Your ancestors, you know, trying to guide you in the right direction. So take a step back. Don't rush. Think about things. You know, a lot of times people make bad decisions when they rush. You know. Yes, the other saying that this last card that came out says no, wait, postpone, pause, say no. Okay, that landed in the future. Some of y'all need to learn how to set boundaries, healthy boundaries. You know, constantly saying yes to things that you don't agree with or don't believe in. And in the future, you'll learn how to do this more. Maybe it's a problem right now, but it's something that you need to work on. It's a work in progress. So yeah, and it's okay to set boundaries, you guys. Learning to say no will give you peace. And sometimes you need to say no. You know, especially to things that not really is going to help you out in the long run or going to get in the way. So yeah, that's important. So let's see here. Let's go on to the next card deck. That's the message for this card deck. So, following your inner universe. Real good messages, real good reading. Okay, solid reading. This one's coming from the Earth Alchemy Oracle deck. Getting a little worse there. Earth Alchemy deck. Alrighty, Archangel Michael, all the guardian angels of love. Please guide me on which cards to pull. Which cards to pull? Which cards to pull for the collective? Let's see. What spirit is guiding for you? Okay. Should I shuffle some more? Okay. Let's see. Okay. Alright. Okay, any more? Okay. Is that it? Okay, I'm getting yes, that's it. Alright, 3 cards came out. Alright. They came all in order. Okay. First card that came out is Pitsy Helpers. It says, not all wanderers are lost. It's landed in the past. Not all wanderers are lost. Okay. Clearing the way, look, opportunity. So sometimes you might feel like that you're wandering, or you're not sure which direction you go, but you might be going in the right direction. It says here, clearing the way, luck, opportunity. This landed in the past. Maybe in the past you was wandering, but eventually you got on the right path. The other card that came out was expansion. And it says expansion, golden Libyan. Okay. It says initiation in ancient Egypt. So expansion. Some of y'all, some of the things that you work on, you were wandering at first in the past. And whatever you wandered into landed you into something that causes you to grow and have an expansion. Growth. Okay? And the other card that came out was communication. Exploring the state of consciousness. And untapped potential. Okay. This is interesting. Communication came out. I know in the other card deck that the work and light card deck, I thought it was quite interesting. It said no, but then of course this last card on this deck says communication. Setting healthy boundaries. Like I said, that goes back to that again. Learning how to communicate. Communication is going to be key for you in the future. Some of you all are having issues with that, you know? And it's weird. When I was talking about this earlier, just a few minutes ago, my throat felt like it was, I was having a hard time. I had to clear my, felt like I had to clear my throat. But some of y'all are having issues with communication. And it's something you need to work on. And it stems from not being able to say no and setting healthy boundaries and not following your intuition. And some of y'all, and then you get frustrated because things don't go according to plan because you didn't learn how to set those healthy boundaries in the first place. And that's due to the lack of communication, not communicating effectively. It says exploring, I can barely read this, exploring new states of consciousness, untapped potential. Some of you all are not tapping into your fullest potential because of this, because you're not communicating. So, yeah. So this is the card read. I thought it was quite interesting. Very interesting. So tap into your inner universe, you guys. I've given you exercises in the past. Hello, how good to see you, Valentina. Good to see you. I'm a little late today. I didn't get a chance to get over here early, but I made sure I got here on Saturday. So binge watch my videos, you guys. I have some videos. I come on here every week to do these collective reads. Tap into your inner universe. Do your spiritual exercise, your mindfulness, your breathing exercises. I talk about a lot of these in my videos. Go binge watch my lives. I have some more mental health videos on here. I also talk about the American Aborigines as well. All of this is to help you to grow and to expand. So, yeah. But let's see, what is next week's topic? Next week is going to be about staying positive. That's going to be what the channel message is going to be about for next week. So please join me. I'm here on Saturdays. I do this every Saturday. I try to do I usually do it in evening time. So I'm going to be here again next Saturday for you guys. And I'm glad y'all got a chance to join me. Good to see you guys. So please like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And also binge watch my videos. I'm going to put a link of to all my playlists at the bottom. I sorted through and tried to get them looking right, so they're there. And I'm going to put it on this one as well, and they're also on the other videos. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next week. Love and peace. Bye-bye.